Welcome to the Recap Roman channel, and today I'm going to tell you about the 1994 movie The Chase. Before we begin, subscribe and give it a like, it will help promote the channel. The beginning of the movie shows a man named Jack stopping at a gas station in a silver Volkswagen. In the store, he meets the eyes of a woman, and at the same minute two policemen walk in, whose presence makes Jack nervous as there are problems with the cash register. The girl and the cops get in line. Jack doesn't have time to leave the store before the cops' radio announces the theft of a silver Volkswagen. They immediately suspect Jack. Jack takes the girl hostage and threatens to shoot her, but the cops don't realize that he has a candy bar instead of a gun. After a few threats, the cops give him their guns, after which he carries the girl to her own car. A few blocks away, they are filming a documentary about the cops in their car. On the radio, they learn of a stolen red BMW with a dangerous and armed man who has stolen a girl. The cops begin their pursuit. Jack asks the hostage to calm down and hold the steering wheel while he takes off his jacket. He assures her that once he's safe, he'll let her go right away. Jack turns on the cigarette lighter and during the conversation learns that the car came from her rich father. Suddenly the girl grabs the cigarette lighter and burns Jack's neck. The man is angry because they almost hit each other. Jack says he won't hurt her. At that moment his seat catches fire. He yells for the hostage to get him out. In a panic, she throws him out the window. Jack is even more furious, for now he won't be able to smoke. After a while, the girl asks him to drive slower because she gets carsick. Jack reminds her that he is being chased and suggests that she look out the window. In the midst of a fast and chaotic drive through the narrow streets, the producer interviews the police officers. They see the hostage. The officer tells the cameraman that she wants to relay important information, and at that very minute the girl vomits on their windshield. The cops ask for backup but are denied, as the others are at the captain's funeral. At the same time, at the police station, the chief of police is informed that the car belongs to the daughter of the richest man in California, Natalie Voss. He is furious and demands that all cars be diverted to catch the kidnapper. The police have a different strategy. They pursue the kidnapper and hope that he will soon run out of fuel. Jack tells Natalie that they are heading to Mexico. He will only let her go when he has evaded the chase. Natalie starts to panic, which annoys Jack. He tries to calm her down, but on emotion starts waving his gun around. The girl asks him not to do that and he puts the gun away. To defuse the situation, Jack decides to get to know her better. He is shocked to learn that she is Natalie was the daughter of the richest man in California. Natalie, however, thinks he kidnapped her on purpose to get a ransom from her father. The man blames fate. He just wanted to gas up the car, but had to kidnap a girl, also the daughter of the most powerful man. At the same time, the news broadcasts that Dalton Voss's daughter was kidnapped for ransom. Dalton and his wife immediately arrive at the police station. They learn that Jack has been convicted of bank robbery, having escaped from the cops while being transferred to prison. Upon learning this, the police call Jack a crazy and dangerous man. The producer at the same time very happy, such an event in his movie. Jack sees the cops pull out their guns and immediately shoots them in the tire, causing the car to overturn. The news thinks Jack is an ex-Marine. Jack was shocked that he hit a tire, which also caused the car to overturn. The girl thinks he's a rapist and a murderer. Jack becomes enraged, as he hates violence, but he was driven to this state. He says he didn't commit the crime, but Natalie doesn't believe him. The phone rings in the car. It was the chief of police and he demanded to surrender. Jack refused, and then Natalie's father picks up the phone and threatens to kill him if something happens to his daughter. Natalie makes it clear that she's fine and Dalton decides to bribe Jack, but he makes it clear that he doesn't want the money. Jack is angry, as the billionaire only offered $50,000. His father begins to accuse Natalie of kidnapping because he cannot quietly go about his business, and his stepmother adds fuel to the fire. Jack yells at Dalton in a rage. He was supposed to support his daughter and immediately hangs up the phone. Natalie is baffled because no one has ever stood up for her or spoken to her father like that. The girl shared that she hates her stepmother who married her father just for money. Also, she shared that her mother didn't care about her. At this point, Jack's lawyer sees him on the news. The reporters think Natalie has something to do with it. Natalie and Jack hear her favorite song on the radio and start dancing. The lawyer is worried about Jack and offers to turn himself in, promising to get him out of jail. But Jack refuses, and so he decides to go to Mexico. He thanked the lawyer, as he was the only one who believed in his innocence. The cops tap the phone and immediately ambush him at the Mexican border. A girl who got to know Jack better asked why he was going to jail. Jack worked part-time as a clown at children's parties. When he was at home, someone robbed a bank in a clown costume. An elderly neighbor, knowing who Jack worked for, reported him to the police. The cops found a similar clown costume and immediately arrested him. Yesterday, he was sentenced. He decided to run away and stole a silver Volkswagen, after which he had to take a girl hostage. Natalie believes Jack and supports him. The girl shared that she had many boyfriends, but everyone only wanted her father's money. Even her father would want to capitalize on her kidnapping. That's what ended up happening. Dalton made a deal with reporters to get fame. Natalie felt like a failure, but thanks to Jack's compliments and charm, she feels truly happy. The news talks about the poor girl and her terrible condition, but we see Natalie taking care of Jack by treating the burn on her neck. Natalie confesses her love, after which she kisses Jack, but he doesn't mind, as there may not be another occasion. The cops are puzzled as to why the car is rocking from side to side. As he drives up to the Mexican border, Natalie tells Jack to get a ransom for her and they would escape to another country together. They are horrified to see an ambush at the border and Jack has to immediately turn around. After a long chase, Jack doubts that Natalie wants to be a fugitive, but Natalie says she's willing to drop everything for him. After a couple minutes, Jack stops and the cops immediately surround him. He explains to Natalie that she is too precious to him to ruin her life and puts a gun in her bag, reminding her that he hates violence and asks her to live happily ever after. The cops are angry from such a long chase and expect Jack to resist so they can shoot him. In the car, Jack recalls the events of the day, the kidnapping, the chase, the accident, and Natalie. He gets out of the car with one arm raised. The policeman angrily demands that he raise his other arm, but Jack points his arm at the policeman, faking a gunshot. Immediately he is shot by several police officers. A couple minutes later, we see that Jack is still sitting in the car, contemplating this outcome of events. Yet he chooses to surrender, with his hands in the air. He allows the police to arrest him. At the same minute Natalie's father shows up. She tries to convey to him that Jack is innocent, but he won't listen to her. Dalton, in a rage, he punches Jack. After which Natalie shoots in the air. She takes the director hostage and demands Jack's release. The cops reluctantly uncuff Jack, after which the couple hijacks a news station helicopter, holding the pilot hostage. Dalton is shocked that Natalie is flying off with a dangerous criminal, and the lawyer is happy that innocent Jack is not behind bars. Sometime later, we see Natalie and Jack happy and living in Mexico. And that's all. If you liked the video, then put a like. Subscribe to the channel because it helps to promote the video. With you as Recap Roman, and bye bye.